Hi there, it's Dave Altavilla for HotHardware, and this is Samsung's new Galaxy S5 Android smartphone. The new Samsung Galaxy S5 is powered by a quad-core, 2.5 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 processor with Adreno 330 graphics, 2 GB of RAM, and 16 or 32 GB of onboard storage. That storage is also expandable to an additional up to 128 GB via the phone's micro SD memory card slot. The phone is running Android 4.4.2 KitKat, and that is driven by a gorgeous 5.1-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display at a native resolution of 1920 by 1080 and 432 ppi super tight pixel density. Also on board is a beefed up 2800 mAh battery to back up the phone's larger, brighter display and faster processor versus the previous generation Galaxy S4 device. In terms of connectivity, the Samsung Galaxy S5 offers 802.11 AC MIMO 2x2 Wi-Fi, along with download booster technology that will allow you to combine the phone's 4G LTE connection with Wi-Fi simultaneously for better performance. You also get NFC, Bluetooth 4, and an IR-LED for blaster remote control functionality, as well as USB 3. To say the Samsung Galaxy S5 is decked out with the latest technology would be an understatement. And unboxing the device here, Samsung delivers an eco-friendly but stylish cardboard package with a small lit pack and this custom USB 3 sync and charge cable. You can still use standard USB to micro USB cables, but you won't get USB 3 connectivity without this cable. And of course, you also get a standard AC adapter and a set of Samsung earbuds, which actually sound pretty good for a bundled set of earbuds. A quick walk around the device and you'll note that the backing is made of a soft, rubberized, almost leather-feeling material with small dimples in it. Samsung calls this their modern glam perforated pattern. And for many, this surface is sort of a love it or hate it affair. I personally like it and felt it gave the device a better grip and feel in my hand than the previous generation's smooth plastic surface. Also, along the edge of the new Galaxy S5 is a plastic metallic finished bezel that frankly we're not all that fond of in terms of looks, but it does give the phone a bit more added grip to the edge of the device. On bottom is a tiny microphone port and also the USB port and its tethered cover. Frankly, this cover is not very convenient to use, but it does allow for a tight seal, which allows the Galaxy S5 to boast IP67 dust and liquid resistant status. You can actually submerge the phone accidentally for short periods with no ill effects. Here on the left, you can see the volume rocker, and on top is the phone's IR blaster LED and the audio line out port. On the right side is the GS5's screen lock and power button, and finally on the back is the Galaxy S5's 16 megapixel camera, which also incidentally shoots UHD 4K video as well. And here is the GS5's biometric heart rate monitor sensor. More on this later. Down bottom here is the speaker port. And if you remove the Galaxy S5's rear back casing, you can see there's an inner seal here as well that also helps keep dust and liquid out. Over here you can see there's a dual SIM card and micro SD card tray, and of course the Galaxy S5's larger 2800 mAh battery. And incidentally, despite the GS5's larger battery, the device does still feel very thin and light in the hand. It's actually a very nice, manageable phone from a size and weight standpoint. Finally, up top here is the Galaxy S5's 2 megapixel front-facing camera with wide-angle lens and the earpiece speaker port. On the bottom bezel of the device are capacitive touch buttons for menu and back functionality, as well as the Galaxy S5's mechanical home button. Now, you may have heard the Galaxy S5 has a fingerprint scanner for security, and that feature is relatively straightforward to use. Here you can see you just train the device with a few swipes of your finger and then give it a backup password should you want to disable this feature in the future. From there, to unlock the GS5, just swipe down on the small target screen area. For us, it worked pretty well, though we've heard of a few complaints if you're rushing to get into the device. Sometimes you just need to swipe more slowly for the scanner to work. In practice, we didn't feel like it was much of a hindrance per se, but your patience may vary, of course, though this feature is a nice, convenient security measure at your disposal. Another standout feature of the Galaxy S5 is its biometric sensing capability, which is a part of the S Health app that Samsung bundles with the device. The app comes with an integrated pedometer functionality, which uses the phone's gyro sensor, as well as a workout planner. And the key integration, however, is the heart rate sensor on the back of the GS5. It actually works quite well, and it's accurate, but you'll have to decide for yourself whether this is just a novelty or truly useful functionality. As usual, Samsung skins their TouchWiz interface over Android KitKat, and for the most part, we like it. There are, of course, customizable home screens here, and the usual fare, along with an Amazon configured home screen app as well that's front and center here. Swipe in from the left of the home screen and you'll be treated to Samsung's My Magazine app, which is essentially an integration of Flipboard, pulling in your favorite headlines, like Detroit Red Wings' Brendan Smith getting all tough guy beefy with Boston Bruins giant Zdeno Chara. As the old saying goes, know your limitations. But I digress. Though TouchWiz has been knocked by some Android purists, we actually like the one-touch control functions made available to the user with TouchWiz and its bright, high-contrast icon renderings. Here, you can see the multi-window app allows you a bit of multitasking functionality, giving you the ability to split screen real estate between two apps simultaneously. You also get full control on each and the ability to resize screen areas for each as well. It's a fairly useful utility. Another simple but nice feature to have is Samsung's App Menu Tray button, which lets you quickly cycle through active apps or kill off apps that you'd rather not leave running in the background. The Galaxy S5's camera app is excellent with a number of controls and mode functions at your fingertips that offer good control over the camera's robust 16-megapixel image sensor and processing engine. There are some preset modes for things like portrait shots and fast action and panorama shots. And snapping pics is super fast as well, even in HDR mode. There are a ton of manual settings and effects at your fingertips here as well, from image stabilization to face detection, metering modes, picture resolution, and video resolution settings as well. The GS5's camera also has a selective focus function that lets you grab a still shot and then retarget its focus for interesting depth of field effects. Our shot here doesn't demonstrate the effect perfectly, but you get the idea. You'll want to set the shot up properly with foreground objects no more than a foot or two away from you and a background that is at least 3 times as far away from the foreground object. Overall, the GS5's camera produces excellent results, with the HDR setting offering a bit more light sensitivity, balance, and pop in certain lighting conditions. Here's the HDR version and a comparable non-HDR shot. You be the judge. Video recording is also excellent, and shooting in UHD 4K mode, while it does amass file size quickly, can produce super detailed results that are impressive. You good boy. In terms of performance, the Samsung Galaxy S5 is also one of the most powerful smartphones on the market right now, with great graphics horsepower for gaming. Here, playing EA's Real Racing 3, you can see that despite my lousy virtual driving skills, the GS5 actually isn't breaking a sweat. And it shows well in the benchmarks as well, with the Samsung Galaxy S5 earning top scores amongst some of the most recent contenders, including Google's Nexus 5, Apple's iPhone 5S, the HTC One M8 as well. The Samsung Galaxy S5 is, of course, significantly faster than its predecessor, the Galaxy S4. So if you've been waiting for the upgrade, we'd say Samsung has given you proper justification here. But probably one of the most impressive features of the Samsung Galaxy S5 is its gorgeous 5.1-inch Super AMOLED display that offers fantastic brightness, contrast, and color saturation. Sometimes Samsung's setups can be a bit oversaturated, but we think the GS5 is pretty near perfect. It really is a fantastic display, and it's probably one of the best on the market currently for a smartphone. And as you can see, versus Google's Nexus 5 here on the left, the HTC One M8, the latest 2014 version, in the middle, and the Samsung Galaxy S5 on the right, viewing angles for the GS5 are actually a little bit better as well, with better contrast at a wider viewing angle overall. For movie watching, the GS5's display is pretty fantastic as well. In fact, overall, we like the Samsung Galaxy S5 so much that we have no problem giving it HotHardware's coveted Editor's Choice Award. Other recent Superphone offerings like HTC's One M8 might have an edge in some areas of exterior design aesthetic, but for $199 on contract with virtually all the major carriers, we can't help but be impressed with how well the Galaxy S5 hits all the latest features and functionality high notes with a superior display and a powerful processing engine on board. Make sure you stop by HotHardware.com for our full detailed review with benchmarks and the like, and hit that subscribe button here to get the latest reviews, news, and event coverage from HotHardware.com. I'm Dave Altavilla for Hot Hardware with the Samsung Galaxy S5. Thanks for stopping by.